What's up, you guys? If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're not new, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a very simple, easy, universal Valentine's Day makeup look for you guys. Majority on Instagram said that you guys like the simple look, so here I am. I'm gonna create a very simple look for you guys. I have all my products ready in front of me and I'm just really excited. So without further ado, if you want to see what this makeup look will turn out like, just keep watching. And do my brows off camera because I'm completely barefaced. If you want to see how I've been doing my brows lately, in my previous video I did go in depth on what I use for my brows and how I do them. So yeah, I'm just gonna be back with my brows. Okay, so I have one eye done off camera, and I'm gonna do the other eye with you guys because my camera storage went out, so I couldn't get the whole thing. I'm gonna use the Morphe eyelid primer in translucent, and this primer is really gonna help give your eyeshadow some grip and also help your eyeshadow pop. Just gonna apply this all over our lid. We're going to use the One Size palette by Patrick Starr. I got this for Christmas. I'm gonna be going into top of my game, and we're just gonna use this as a transition shade and apply this right on our crease. And you can even drag it a little bit high up on the brow bone. And then we are going to move on to the shade Suede Charm, and this is just gonna help intensify our crease a little bit more. We're just gonna apply this straight on to our crease. I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place Deuce palette, and we are going to apply the shade Cream or Creme. Take it on a flat brush. Tap off the excess, and we're just gonna apply this all over our lid. A very nice soft pink shade color. No cut crease, super easy. Going back into the Juvia's Place palette, I'm going to be using the shade Puffs, and I'm just going to tap it over top of that pink. Because I feel like I lost some of the pigment, I'm just gonna add it a little bit over here. Without adding anything to the brush, I'm just gonna like gently apply some more shadow to the outer corner of my eye, and then I'll just take my finger and blend it with that brown. And I'm going to attempt to recreate this very thin liner. Notice how I stopped my liner right here. When you just apply it to the edge like this, it looks a little bit more natural. So I took the One Size 24-hour liquid eyeliner Point Made pen. Oh my gosh, and I love this here because it's so much easier for me to grip, and it gives me so much more control. So what you're gonna do, if you're a beginner, you can rest your arm on a table or something. It makes it way easier. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the point like this, and connect it to the outer corner of my eye and slowly bring it in like so. And then kind of connect it towards the bottom, and it depends on you. You can leave it this length, or if you want it a little bit more flared out like me, you can just lightly feather it to give you that really give you that really nice winged look. We're gonna curl our lashes, and this is just gonna help prep our eyelashes for falsies and mascara. Of course, what kind of a CEO would I be if I didn't promote my own products? So I'm gonna be using my Solimal Beauty mascara, and this is in the shade Noir, and it's just a black. And it's super thin, so it's very easy to get to those hard to reach places, like the inner corners. Can you see that? You can totally stop here. Me, I love me a good pair of lashes, and I'm just going to use the Ioni lashes, and these are my favorite lashes. They're very lightweight and they look super natural. These are the natural light wispies. They're so pretty. Now, to keep my look very natural, I love to apply my lashes as close as I can to the outer corner of my eye, like this. Like, start it off midpoint of my eye. So I'm gonna cut a good amount off. And for my lash glue, I'm going to be using my Solimal Beauty Dazzling Lash Glue. You wanna bend, kind of create like a U shape with your eyelashes. That will also give them a very natural look, and it also makes it way easier to apply. Oh my gosh, I love how light and natural these look. And I'm just going to take my eyelash curler and curl them as well, because that'll give them a nice natural lift. And I'm gonna go off camera and apply my other eyelash for you guys, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a little bit of my mascara, and I'm just gonna work it into the inner corner of my lashes, just so that they blend nicely with my falsies. That's pretty much the eyes completed. I'm going to go ahead and do my face makeup, and I have already hydrated and prepped my skin, and I'm going to be using today color corrector because underneath my eyes need help. I'm gonna be using the LA Colors Conceal and Correct concealers in the shade Peach, and this will cancel out any darkness and discoloration that you have underneath your eyes or around your mustache. If you shave, you know, us girls shave too. I'm just going to apply the most little bit. You don't really need a lot of concealer, of color correcting concealer underneath your eyes. Believe me, you don't need to pack that on. A little bit of this goes a really long way, and I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger, right? Just like that. You see how it already color corrected? I don't want to pack it on with concealers because I don't want underneath my eyes to look super heavy. If you have like redness, you can color correct with a green concealer. And I like to set my color correcting concealer because it helps to prevent my color corrector to get mixed up with my foundation. I'm gonna use the One Size translucent setting powder, and I'm only going to take a little bit with my finger, and I'm just going to dab it. Now I'm going to prime. Usually I would prime before I color correct, but that's fine. I forgot. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Moisture Lock Primer. If you guys been on my channel for a while, you guys know I really love this primer. And I'm only gonna take a little bit because I'm gonna place this where I really need that hydration and that moisture. So it's usually around my nose, my chin area, and my forehead. Just a tiny bit of this goes a really long way, you guys. And for foundation, I am gonna go for something a bit more full coverage, and this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. This foundation is everything, you guys. I'm literally obsessed with this foundation. Watch this, you guys. A little bit of that foundation, look at how much it covered on my face. And you can drag it down to your neck as well. But look, I still want to keep this look very natural, and it's super long lasting, and the undertones to these foundations are just amazing. I'm gonna take a tiny bit for my forehead. Just look at how much I put on my sponge. I didn't really put too much foundation around my eyes because I want to leave it pretty bare for the concealer to do its work, because this is a very good foundation, enough to, you know, just use it and not need to conceal. But I like that brightening effect underneath my eyes, so I use a very brightening concealer underneath, so I don't want to pack on too much product. If you guys have been on my channel for a while, you guys know I have been loving this concealer. This is the Wet n Wild Incognito concealer. I'm in this shade Light Honey, and for foundation I'm in this shade Light Beige, if you guys were interested. 03 Light Beige. This concealer is everything, and it's so affordable as well. I don't want to pack on a whole lot of concealer. Like I said, I literally just do so little bit of amounts now. Like, looking back at my old videos, I would pack on a whole lot of concealer everywhere. Not the case anymore. But this concealer, I want you guys to see how much this covers, like, and how brightening it is underneath the eyes. You see how a little bit went a really long way. I'm gonna use once again the One Size setting powder, and I'm just gonna tap a little bit on the cap, and I'm going to lightly set underneath my eyes. I am not baking. I'm using my powder to its full potential. You see how smooth underneath my eyes look right now? I feel like when you bake and you wipe off, it just gets rid of so much product, and I feel like that's such a waste. I hate it. And I'm just gonna set anywhere I usually crease, like my smile lines, and I'll usually try to set a little bit around my forehead too. So for bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Chanel Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream in the shade 390 Soleil Tan Bronze Universal. Such a good bronzer. I will not stop using this bronzer, you guys. A cream bronzer, but it finishes so softly. Let me show you. Just look at that. It gives my face nice warmth. I don't really contour anymore. Don't really like how dark it is, and I barely wear makeup now, to be honest. I'm gonna take a flat brush like this one, and I'm gonna go back into my bronzer with this, a tiny little amount, and I'm just going to sculpt my nose a bit. For powder bronzer, I've been using and living the Marc Jacobs powder bronzer in Tantric. This is the Omega Bronze. Such a great bronzer. And when bronzing, you don't want to be super precise. I'm gonna take a huge brush. Look at the pan. This is my favorite part, is the pan to this bronzer. I'm gonna swirl my brush and tap, and then I'm just gonna swoop it around. Double chin, just to hide it a little bit. Not that it's gonna go away, but for those days I'm feeling a bit extra, I'm going to shimmer bronze, and this is the Baby It's Gold Outside. This is actually by Patrick Star and MAC collaboration. This is actually a highlight, I think, and I use it as bronzer, so yeah. And this is just gonna help give me a nice and healthy glow, you see. Can you see how naturally glowy that looks? It looks amazing. For blush, I've been really loving this thing I've been doing. This is the Deuce palette, again by Juvia's Place, and I've been taking the shade Creme as my blush. It's so pretty. I promise you guys, it looks super intense, and I was even intimidated by it, but then you tap it off, right? Tap the excess off. Hear me out. And we're just gonna apply this over top of our bronzer. For lips, I'm gonna use my Holy Grail. This is the Morphe Honeymoon Lip Liner. Boom. And I think I'm gonna go with this Marc Jacobs lipstick. It's such a pretty pink. And one, I'm gonna take a little cotton swab, apply this straight to my lips. This is the Marc Jacobs One Mauve Time Hydrating Lip Gloss Stick. It's super hydrating. It looks very pretty. I'm gonna set our face now. I want my face to stay on the whole day, right? I use 3 different setting sprays. I start off by using the LA Girl setting spray, and I wait for that to settle, and then I'll start applying like my highlight. And for highlight, I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics loose highlighter in High Volt. And for those days I'm feeling a hint extra, I'm gonna apply some to my inner corner. I'm going to apply the Benefit Professional Super Setter Makeup Spray. And this is really a good setting spray. You know, we're in a pandemic and I want my makeup to last, even with the mask. I use the Revolution, Makeup Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. It's thebomb.com. So I'm just gonna go back into my Sony Mal Beauty Cosmetics mascara, and I'm just gonna get the lower lashes. You see those bottom lashes though? It really does grab every single lash. I'm obsessed. So yeah, you guys, this is the look completed. What do you guys think? It's super easy, super minimalistic. It's very pretty and it's very romantic as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you guys want to see something else, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow my personal Instagram, Solimar Ortiz Montañez, also my brand page. It would really mean a lot to me if you guys went on and followed my brand page. With all that being said, thank you guys so much for your support and for watching, and I will see you guys next time. God bless.
Oh.